So actually, the more proficient you get at making pasta, the more you can avoid that. Okay, can you just bring it out and show us? Yeah. So you can. There's no point having that tongue unless you're going to make Mount Tagliati, which you're probably not all the time. So try and avoid it. Try to have the flat ends like that. And the more you do this, the more your head will work it out and think, oh yeah, I don't need to have that problem. Just want to show you this. So literally it must have been seconds, absolutely seconds in the water. And he's taken it out and he's tossed it with some sunflower oil. And it's no, because it will be a waste because it's going to be cooked again, and then all the oil will come out into the water. So that's why not olive oil.
So next time it's cooked again, it's cooked in more water or in a sauce?
In more water.
So that's not cooked through.
Well, it is, but you can't cook it for any less than that. It's just so thin, so fine. So that's
So you're really forming it through next time?
yes, just really in and out. It's very, very quick. And this is good now. Peter, you said about holding it, so gnocchi, you do the same thing. Blanch it in, take it out, toss it in sunflower oil. That can cool down and go in your fridge for 2 days. And make sure that you toss it round. Really important. So, because it can still stick a bit like that. You want to make sure, Marco will have put his asbestos fingers into it and gone like that. So make sure that pasta doesn't stick to itself. The oil will stop it sticking. So as soon as we've got this here, we're going to go through. Are you happy with this?
Which setting? The biggest
so
one?
widest setting, no flour on the top. Again, try and get rid of that tongue. I'm going to go through to the next one. It doesn't matter which one you miss out, but Giancarlo's sort of fastidious about not putting pasta through the machine too many times, and I agree with him. You do see British chefs on television. Raymond Blanc makes it into a loop and goes through. There's no need to do that. You're trying to mimic the mother and just like I could have paid Vincenzo to say that. My mother has a big wooden thing, but yes, that's exactly the point. So there's no point putting it through here any more than you need to.
But you put it through to the finest one in the end.
I'm going to. Now, I don't think you should go to your finest one. I think it rips it.
Yeah.
It didn't the first time, did it?
No.
Having said that.
Finish.
Yeah, okay, go through to the finest one.
Theirs was annoyingly so.
Can you just stop a second as well? Now, I can feel this, and I can feel that I don't think that's going to stick. If by any chance you've made very soft pasta, and you think, oh, it's sticking to my hand, then put the tiniest bit of flour. Too much flour, and you'll see that the ravioli doesn't stick. Or you can just leave it a few minutes because it will just dry in the atmosphere. But what I don't want you to do is to find that your pasta sticks in the machine, and you know when to add flour, when not to add flour. It's a question of trial and experience, really. And you know when your pasta is stuck to the machine that you won't do that again.
But you only put the flour on the one side.
Yeah, only underneath. Set. Go. Actually, just stop for the moment. Stop for the moment. You can keep going on that bit. Then, just cover that up. And cover yours up a second because I want you to see this. That's the bigger bit. Right. So we'll just save it. So say you've got to go and do something, somebody comes to the door, that's how to just save it for a few minutes to stop it drying out. Alternatively, if it's really sticky, you might want it to dry out. So that's what you want to do. Right, we're going to make ravioli, and so I've got a nice long length here. What I don't want is some stupidly, ridiculously long length because I haven't got time to make the ravioli before the pasta dries. So this is about the maximum length, which happens to be half a ball. Now I can go like this, And this bit happens to match this, which is very fortunate. So I've got two tongues that match one another, and if you've ever done dressmaking, you'll know why that's going to be good that they match one another. This is my centre point here, and I've got my filling there. And I'm going to dot on my filling. You can actually do it with your hands. It's easier. So if you want to grab a little bit there and start working your way in. Now when you get to this bit, you can only have one raviolo there. And then you want 2 fat fingers between each ball. That's my next one. So we'll get one more in there. That's it. And you can just rub your hands on.
Or just each
It's terribly hygienic. Go and wash your hands, really. Or wipe them on here. Wipe them on here. Good. Right. Okay, this is too big. Too big because you won't be able to get the pasta around there. It's so tempting to put too much pasta filling in. So tempting. We all think, oh, that's the best bit, that's the best bit. Like, you know, in a quiche you think, oh, I don't want the pastry, I just want the filling. Well, actually, your pasta should be so delicious that you do want the pasta as well. So a little bit big. So err on the side of going a bit smaller rather than a bit bigger. So have a look when you put them all out. I can adjust some of the ones I did as well. Make sure you haven't got it in between, just there. Everyone happy with that? Then, I know that was my halfway mark, so I'm going to go back over to it here, and I'm going to seal all of those little mounds of filling in. Now, we should make sure that we have flour underneath. And I've got a dip in the table there, so I'm just going to move it over here. Then you're going to do the same up that end. Push the air out and seal it in the middle. Push hard. Okay. And you can go around that little single one at the end. That's it. Straighten it out. And then you're going to push all the air out and seal them out towards the front. Oh, right. So you're bringing the air to the front. Okay. And it's easy to get a little crease in there. You see that? Mm. People often do that. So try not to get that crease in it. Try to push that out. Pasta's quite forgiving. You can lift it up.
Egg washing.
Yeah, you don't need to. If your pasta's nice and soft and you haven't put too much flour on that top surface, you won't need any egg wash. And then push up that way. So you're expelling the air and you just got that lovely mound of filling in the centre.
I guess too much flour and it just won't seal.
No, it won't seal at all, yeah. So your pasta mustn't be too soft either. Otherwise you'd need loads of flour to get it through the machine. And then you would have to start doing egg wash and stuff. So it's trying to get all this consistency right, really.
What I'll do is I'll put this on the internet and give you the code to it.
Oh, well done.
Has it got sound?
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you hear my monotonous voice bleating away, and then you do this, and then you do that. I'm going to sound like some kind of sermon. Right, beautiful. So we've got a little bubble here. So if you know, it would be fine, but if you want to be really fussy about it and you've got a little bubble, just a tiny little prick of the end of a knife and then just force it back in. And your pasta is still soft enough that you can do that. Then we're going to... Oh. Right, so then we can go straight the way down the middle. This is a very expensive bronze pasta cutter, but you can have the stainless steel ones, which work very well. This is just a sort of the ultimate one. So if you're ever on holiday in Italy, you can get these ones, and it kind of seals it shut as well as makes a pretty pattern like that. And then straight through the middle like that. You've got to push quite hard.
Caldesi, would you just fold it over and then...
I can show you, yeah. That's not easy, but I can show you. So if you want to finish those off, finish doing those off. I did around the edge of your filling. So personally, I don't really get the whole big lobster ravioli things that you get in French restaurants. I'm going to be online and stop. I think pasta is all about the ratio of pasta and filling together, like a good pastry tart or something like that. It's about the two, it's not just about the filling. Otherwise you're sort of wading through that filling in the centre. You need the pasta to go with it. If you've got delicious egg pasta cooked in plenty of salted water, then you've got a lovely thing. There's no need to fiddle around with this and make it too fat and only serve one and the rest of it. Don't do it. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
So turn that over there. Force the air out.
Showing how to make a capelletto of Italy.
And then crease these little sides up like this, and then point the finger towards you. So your finger is facing you like that, and these pieces are curled up at the edges. Then you can pinch a little bit off this side, and a little bit of that side, and force these two pieces together. If they don't stick, you might need a little bit of water on there. Yes.
And how would they be served? Just with a bit of
Butter and